Hello and welcome to our MVP Huddle. We're Casper and Cheryl Stockham, and we're excited you guys are with us. We have some free training we're going to give you from now to the top of the hour, and then we're going to go into our MVP training, our specialized training for our MVP members. Today is going to be a very interesting training, so just stay tuned. Hey, I want to talk to you about our book real quickly. We wrote a book called Divorce Proofing Your Marriage. It's out on Amazon. Hit the hot new release list on Amazon. We have a free ebook you can grab from our website right now by going to iamlovebuilders.com. We do these trainings twice a week for free, so you are more than welcome to check those out. We have a March special on an MVP partnership or membership. Buy two, gift one. So you can gift one for someone that you love, and you can get more information by scanning that QR code. And we have free workshops we are providing for groups of 10 or more. So you're welcome to check those out as well. All right, so we're going to get right into the training. And today we're going to be talking about dealing with issues. And people have issues. I think a lot of the folks we coach and stuff, it's about issues.
It is.
And
the thing about the issues is that they can go unnoticed
Mm-hmm.
and unaware.
Yeah.
Because we hit the surface
Mm-hmm.
issue.
Right.
And we never really get down to the root cause issue.
Correct.
So we just kind of like we may have an attitude towards someone, but we don't really dig into why did I feel that way about them?
Right.
Is it I don't trust them?
Mhm.
I have trust issues. It may
Mhm.
not be them at all.
Right.
It's I have trust issues, or maybe it's jealousy or envy,
Yeah.
or I just feel uncomfortable around them. But we react on the surface issues.
Yeah.
And we don't really get down deep.
Right. And a lot of that stems from our, how we were raised and so forth, but
Mhm.
also some potential baggage we brought from other relationships.
Right.
So we bring that to the new relationship, and now we've got some of the same issues continually going on and on.
Mhm.
So we wrote a book, a chapter in our book called Dealing with Those Issues. And we're going to go into some of those during this free training, and then we're going to break it down even further when we go into the MVP training.
Yes.
All right.
So the thing about these issues is that sometimes we don't deal with them because we don't like people who don't like change.
Right.
So they don't deal with it well.
Mm-hmm.
People don't like reflecting in on themselves. And so they don't deal with them. But we have 10. We picked out 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, there could be more.
There's always more issues.
But we picked out
like the top 10.
Yeah, we picked out what we thought were the big 10 were.
Mm-hmm.
So there's money and jealousy.
Oh, yeah.
Communication, religion, sex,
Mm-hmm.
children, friends, careers, recreation, drugs, and alcohol.
Mm-hmm. So those are the issues.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the things that we would readily see as an issue, especially in a relationship.
Right.
Those are the things that we say, yeah, it's definitely about the money, or, it's about being jealous and so forth.
And there are also things that we can sometimes choose to ignore and not deal with until they get big.
Yeah.
And they explode in our face.
Right.
To the point we can't ignore them anymore.
Right.
But that's sometimes, I won't say too late, but it's later than it needs to be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We need to deal with it right away.
Right.
For instance, money. And a lot of these issues are things that I would like to point out for our singles. These are things you might want to be aware of.
These could cause some red flags.
Yes, yes. So money is an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to understand why. No, let's say you need to understand your perception of money.
Okay.
What does money mean for you?
Mm-hmm.
And how do you spend, or I like to say circulate money?
All right.
Do you do it well? Do you do it wisely?
How do you handle it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you even know how to balance a checkbook?
Right.
A checking account.
Right. Do you save anything ever? Or do you live from paycheck to paycheck? Are you impatient? You have to have everything now. Therefore, your credit card debt is out of control.
Yeah, and it's important to ask these questions early on in a
Mhm.
relationship, right?
Mhm.
You need to know how your potential spouse is going to be handling money, because when you guys get together, it's going to be you're together.
Right.
You know, you take on their debts and they take on your debts, and
Mhm.
now it's y'all's debts.
Yes. And what's ideal is for
Yeah.
either of you not to have any debt.
Right.
And if you're already married, you can still make changes to change the trajectory of your relationship, of your
Mhm.
marriage.
Mhm.
If you're having these financial issues,
Right.
it's just a matter of making a decision. Say, okay, we're going to do something different now. We're
Right.
going to come up with if a budget's what's needed, if we need to be more aware, we need to stop spending, we need to say whatever it is.
Mhm.
You can always take action now and change your course.
Yes, yes. Before I forget, if you're watching us live, you can
Chime in.
chime into the conversation by going to the Facebook group that you are in and
Mhm.
just make a comment, because it should pop up on our screen if it comes in.
So another one is jealousy. Jealousy
Big one.
basically stems from insecurity, and it can come from various sources, past relationships, personal insecurities. It could also come from how you were raised.
Yes.
It's why you've taken on this spirit of insecurity.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
And then the next one this is a big one.
That's
Communication.
Yeah, that's one of the top 3 big issues.
Is how do you communicate? Do you know how to communicate? Have you let's say, have you watched, studied how your spouse communicates?
Mm-hmm.
How do they communicate? Their style, because we
Yeah,
all have our
communication
different
style,
we all have different styles. So do you know their style? Do they know your style? And like I said, always be willing. You can always change.
Right.
If these are things that you did not address or even think about early on, you can make a decision today to change the course of your relationship for the better.
Absolutely.
So the next one is religion.
Religion is huge, because it's like the equally yoked or unequally yoked phrase that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
And this can cause all kinds of issues, in a relationship and in marriage, being from different religions or different religious backgrounds, or
different perspectives on religion.
Exactly. Yeah. So
what they tell you, though, don't talk about religion. But
politics and religion, right?
But that's not going to make it better
No.
if you don't ever talk about it.
No.
Some things you just need to discuss.
It's only going to make it worse, But I've seen couples that are totally opposite politically, and they're just fine with each other. It's just how they see politics. They see it differently. It can work, but it takes work for that to work.
Yes, it does. The next one is friend. Oh no, I'm sorry, not after religion comes. Let me see. We have sex.
Oh, this is a big one.
Differences in sexual desires or preferences can lead to frustration and disappointment.
Yes. And we coach couples that have these frustrations going on. So again, this is something you have to talk through and talk about, and early on in a relationship, but we've known couples who have been married for 5, 10 years, 20 years, and still have challenges in this area.
And they don't talk about it.
No.
For some reason, generations ago, talking about sex was just taboo.
Right.
But it needs to be discussed. It's a huge part of the marriage.
Huge part of the marriage.
And it's supposed to be pleasurable and enjoyable. So you need to talk about it. So the next one is children. Raising children. Yes. The style, how you raise your children, how you choose, what's your style,
how you discipline your children.
Right. Or whether or not, or even if you want children.
Right.
One may want, one may not want.
Right.
One wants 5, one wants 1. So children, you need to talk about that. Friends.
Yes. There are
disagreements over friends.
Yeah, because especially in a new marriage or new relationship, both of you have friends. Right. And when you come together, some of those friends will drop off.
Yes.
And others will show up, and eventually you have a grouping of your friends, that together. Now some of them carry over,
Right.
So some of the
Some of them will stay.
some of them will stay, right,
Yes.
and be friends to both of you, but
Mhm.
some of them may drop off, and that's okay. It's not that it's good or bad. It's just
Mhm.
the way it is. But in that, you need to have a healthy relationship with those friends,
Yes.
right?
Especially like we got married later in life,
Mhm.
so we had well-established friendships.
Right.
So you need to see how that's going to work.
Yeah.
And don't let it tear you apart. The next
Mhm.
one is careers. Differences in career goals or priorities
Mhm.
can cause tension, conflict, especially in balancing work and personal life.
Yeah. That's big. The one spouse may be very active in business world and
Mm-hmm.
be
Mm-hmm.
wanting to become a doctor or a lawyer or whatever it is, and the other one may be content with not doing that.
Right.
And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, but you both need to talk about it to make sure that's what you want.
Right. And each person along with careers you might have different dreams and goals.
Right.
And you need to see how does that work.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is recreation. Differences in interests and hobbies can create conflicts on how time is spent.
Yes. So you want to be equally yoked when it comes to recreation.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys like to do together,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it may be something that one spouse really likes to do and the other
Right.
one does it
Mm-hmm.
because they want to be with the other spouse. But you can't be out there doing that but not enjoying it at the same time. You need to at least be
or at least be open to try something new.
Right.
Give it a shot. Who knows, you might like it.
Yeah. So you want to just it could be like in our case, I like to fly fish, right? And you like to go with me, but you don't fly fish.
No, but I like Colorado's so beautiful. I just go for the sake of the scenery, the serenity, and the beauty, and just to be with him.
Yeah. And we have other couple friends that he was into motorcycle riding,
mm-hmm.
and his wife was not at the time, but they decided that to buy her a bike and she learned how to ride, and then they would go riding together. So over time, they learn to enjoy that
each
together.
Other's recreations. Yes. And last but not least, alcohol and drugs. Compulsive or regular substance abuse or use can lead to erratic behavior, instability, and emotional turmoil.
Yeah. This could be a challenge regardless, even if you're single.
Right.
This can be a huge challenge in your life, so you've got to get a handle on this. I heard a story recently about this lady. She married a doctor, and she's thinking, he's a doctor, right? So he's professional and everything else, but he was hooked on opioids,
Mm-hmm.
and then he got hooked on a little bit less legal drugs, and next thing you know, he was a drug addict. He was a doctor. From being a doctor to being a drug addict.
Mm-hmm.
It caused them all kinds of problems in their marriage,
their finances,
everything. He was really pawning things to buy more drugs.
Oh wow.
And this guy went from being a doctor to pawning their stereo and whatever, just to get his fix.
And if you got this type of situation going on, this is where you need to get professional help.
Get some help.
Not only for that person, but you need to get help for yourself.
Yeah.
Because it will take a toll on you.
Absolutely.
So that's our 10.
All right, that's a 10. So we're going to go into a lot more detail when we go into the MVP partner club call here at the top of the hour. But we're excited to have you guys with us. Hope this was helpful to you. We do these trainings twice a month, and the next one will be in a couple of months. We did this one a little early because I'm heading out of town tomorrow, so we did this one on Wednesday. We normally do it on a Friday or a Saturday, but we had some folks join us, so I'm glad you guys were here. Mm-hmm. Hey, you can go to our website to get more great information. You can get our free ebook from our website at I Am Love Builders. You can take our free love assessment. It's a 5 or a 20-minute love assessment. At the end of the day, we want you all to become MVPs, the most valuable partners in your relationship. And you need to remember, if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. We'll see you guys on the next training. Bye-bye for now.